obviously. So I'm going to emphasize in a way that I won't ever need to at subsequent lessons how much that our process is going to be, one, I'm memorizing this, and two, I'm playing this. And that one is conscious focus, and two is that I'm playing, I'm guessing headspace. So we don't ever want to be doing both at once. And that's going to often require separating out our hands, like just strumming with open strings. You could learn any of our rhythms, it wouldn't sound as cool as playing a chord.
Right.
And you could actually learn to play Lucky, the right hand part, just strumming, or excuse me, I'm yours, just playing the open strings. On the other hand, literally, which is a joke, kind of. Sweet open Julie.
Hello, Julie.
Hi.
It is the worst introducer ever. You are fully Emily. That's an easy one. Trick me. Hi, Emily. My bad. Cool. So like the left-hand correlate is us just mind-numbingly doing the first. So the first change in I'm yours is the new G to D, and things like that. Just so you're just gonna do that over and over, and allowing for it maybe to take like 12 seconds to actually do the change. Just literally getting from here to here. The things we noticed about you specifically was that your ring finger tended to end up one string too high, and that you were spreading out too much, probably because somebody told you be near this side of the fret. The chords will tell you what to do. Like, anything but I've gone, that's the wrong, we would never do that, but totally. So that, like, and that your middle finger was prone to hitting the fret. On the first string. So, we want these two to start farther back and then just let your ring finger fall in a natural position. Anytime we're on top of each other, we want it to be like that. But cool. So, anyway, so at this point in your practice, theoretically, we're working on a chord change after you've learned all these rhythms. Let's learn all these rhythms. So at exactly 2 minutes in, I start talking about our rhythms on page 1. And the first one, we strum down on the downbeat, up on the upbeat. Got your arms slung around the guitar like this, not out in front of it, holding the pick correctly as you have been. And then it's this wide range of motion. You're playing a drum, not a harp. It's all good. And we're going to barely graze the strings. So the things that will potentially happen are like, oops, I missed, or I was in too far and bamboozled all the strings. So no big deal, that's gonna happen. So the way we're gonna build this up is just doing super easy. At first, you're just going downstrokes. You're just trying to go, E minor's a good one. Anything that's super easy, but not your other G. You can do it like that if you want. But yeah, so we're just trying to go. Don't feel like I need to expound on that, except big range of motion. Awesome. Rhythm 1. Getting really good at that. Cool. 3 minutes in, we're starting to talk about rhythm 2. If you want to skip around, down, up, down, up. And this is the one that we're actually playing in I'm yours. Though there's more nuance to what he's doing, he is ultimately just going down, 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 up the whole way. 1 and 2. And so this is us chopping wood. Up's going to have less risk to it, but still. So at first, I'd like you to just try to have your goal be do it once well, until that seems easy, and then twice total, including the range of motion that we're going for. So please stop and do that. And then our process for all of these rhythms is going to be you do it once well, including the possibility of doing it arrhythmic if there was actually stuff to memorize. This one is just down, up, so you don't have to go over what am I doing. And then our goal is for one good time through, and then pause, stop, reset, do it again. And then the underemphasized step is where you do it twice total before you start looping it. That'll be a lot easier than going straight from, okay, I've got it, to trying to do it over and over again. So that's what's up with all of these rhythms. That's how I want you to practice them. So here we're going like, you can see how wide my range of motion is. Cool. So then at 4:20, I'm starting to talk about rhythm 3, which is half rhythm 1 and half rhythm 2 on purpose, making it easy. We're going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and this isn't a lot of song. Cool. And then rhythm 4, I switch to 3/4 just for the heck of it. We're going recycling thing. So the whole point of doing this page is to get your right hand really comfortable before we try to do left hand changes so that we can really focus on left hand changes. Awesome. Okay. So 5 minutes in, we're starting to talk about I'm yours, and I'm actually like so you can skip around and stuff. Bless you and stuff. So yeah, the whole trip is like that we're gonna play this in first position, but if you put your capo at the 4th fret and did the same hand movements, you can play along with him. And there's nothing like, there's not too much complex to that concept. He just wants it to sound higher. Yeah, cool. So the first chord is this G that we realize we need to do because of C being so similar. So just take some time and mess with that. Though since that's where the song starts, you'll have unlimited time to get it ready. It's good. And you know, just think of it as a new chord called X. And your thumb can be in that same I'm about to mute the next string position. If you think about switching to D from here, which is the first change that you're going to work on, you're going to want your thumb to come farther over the top and make contact. So it could have been there already when you were playing G. If you're fretting the 3rd fret, it does not matter if you're touching the 2nd fret with the string. You know, if I'm doing this, I can do whatever.
Actually, it's easier to play the chord that way.
Yeah, totally it is. And that's us, you know, eliminating distance, just grabbing the instrument, like, you know, this, like we've been talking about. Anyway, so that's how I would think of this song, is like G, including having your thumb touching at the 2nd fret, so that when you move it just stays there. And you know, when we're playing guitar, if I hit this, it means I've made the string this long, and I can do whatever back there, and nothing happens. And that's why we'll never be playing 2 notes on the same string when we're playing chord shapes. Awesome. So hey, have an excruciating 10 minutes of going G, D, and just really, again, I can't emphasize enough the reason we're actually talking about this is the point is to be consciously focused on it, not be going guess, but like really just like, oh, this is really, it's gonna be boring and unpleasant. And if you notice that you did the thing where your middle finger was too far over, just make any other mistake the next time. If you notice you did this, do anything else the next time. And you have an unlimited time, but your goal is to get to where you can do it, you know, as quickly as it happens in the song. Yeah, totally, absolutely. And you know, we just literally, we don't want your middle finger on the metal, and then your ring finger can be anywhere. But theoretically, you can just bunch it up a little more to be comfortable. Cool. So you know, this is a you at home practicing later, not anything we're doing right now. So, and just I think with you, you're an intelligent person. We're going to use that same process for all of your other chord changes. But here, what your goal is going to be now, you're already be comfortable with the rhythm from what we did on page 1, like we were talking about during the lesson. It's just going to be to get to the first strum of D. So going, and here's a good starting tempo. And that's wrong fingers, and yeah, then so D's a chord.
Weird. I don't know how. I've never played it that
no
way.
Problem. No problem. There it is a big switch, but it would be the same amount of weird in a different way. Anyway, so the point is, and this is where we hit this concept of the open strum on the very last strum, and you could totally actually just be zooming in on going down, up, one single time. And I just did that to emphasize. We want to be like, at the time when you're going really slow, especially if you pause there, the open strum can sound wrong, like going like. Sound whack, but like, you know, there's the point. So then stop and get really comfortable with that, and then you're gonna pretend the song starts at D and go. That'll be an easier one.
And then pretend it starts at E and then C. Okay.
And then pretend the song goes C to G, and that's where you'll really tackle going to this shape on its own. Cool. So, and you had to cut your pinky fingernail. All the other ones were good. That's something to watch for. So the whole trick is not creating distance back here. It's this, because you feel like you can push down harder that way. I think you just realized during the lesson that you can achieve the same thing with like I'm doing this grip. So everything should hurt. Our goal is to be in good position pushing down rather than find some I can do it for now way. So not thumb off to the side, not thumb like this, not you know, and cool, awesome. So good times. And this muta string with your thumb thing is something I emphasize more sooner than other teachers, because when we're playing C, we don't want to be doing these little careful things where we hit 5 strings, nor is it realistic for you to decisively hit 5 strings yet. So we're just playing defense with our thumb, which you can always do. And at some point, we'll need to be able to hit any combination of strings down and up. But for now, so there you are, working those little doses, and you have been guitar lesson.